Listen closely, because what I'm about to say will change the way you see your mornings, your life, and everything you think you know about success. Most people are living on autopilot, letting their days slip through their fingers while the world passes them by. They hit snooze, scroll on their phones, wait for motivation to arrive like a gift, and wonder why nothing ever changes. And maybe you have been one of them. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The moment you decide to wake up early, the moment you take control of your mornings, is the moment you take control of your life. That's not an exaggeration. That's not some vague self-help advice. It's the reality that separates ordinary people from unstoppable people, the ones who create, dominate, and leave a mark that can't be erased. In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose the brutal truth about time, comfort, and excuses. I'm going to show you why the life you dream about, your success, your freedom, your power, will never arrive if you keep sleeping, literally and metaphorically. You're going to hear things that will shock you, things you have never been told, things that make you uncomfortable, because the truth always does. But discomfort is the gateway to transformation. And if you stay with me until the end, you will see the one change that can multiply your results, amplify your focus, and set you on a path that most people will never understand. So don't scroll away. Don't click next. This is the moment where excuses end, where ordinary stops, and where the life you've been pretending to chase finally starts to take shape. Watch until the very end, because by the time you do, you'll see your mornings and your life through eyes that can never be closed again. Most people don't realize it, but the early morning is the most powerful time of the day. It's a window of opportunity that exists for everyone, yet almost everyone ignores it. Think about it. While the rest of the world is still wrapped in sleep, still tangled in the comfort of their beds, there is a silence in the world that is almost sacred, and in that silence, those who are awake have a chance to step into a space that is free from distraction, free from noise, free from the endless demands that the day will inevitably place on them. It's in those early hours that clarity comes, not just the clarity of thought, but the clarity of purpose. You can feel it if you try. The world hasn't started pulling at you yet. There's no social media, no messages, no interruptions. There's only you, your mind, and the potential of the day ahead. This is a gift, but like all gifts, it only has value if you open it. The early morning is not just a quiet moment. It's an edge. It is the invisible advantage that separates those who drift through life from those who design it. You might be thinking, but I'm not a morning person. And that's exactly the point. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll never begin. Champions, creators, leaders, they don't wait for energy or motivation. They create it. They rise before the sun, not because it's easy, not because it's comfortable, but because they know that the most fertile ground for success lies in that space before the rest of the world catches up. While others sleep, they are moving, thinking, preparing, building. And over time, those small, consistent hours compound into something extraordinary. There's also something profoundly psychological about claiming your morning. It sets the tone for the entire day. When you wake up early and step into intentional action, you send a signal to your brain. I am in control. I am the author of my life. The day does not control me. I control the day. It's a simple act, but its impact is enormous. You are literally rewiring your mind to operate on purpose, to demand more from yourself, to refuse mediocrity. And that rewiring doesn't stay in the morning. It spills into everything you do. Decisions become sharper, focus becomes stronger, and resistance to distraction increases. You begin to live a life on your terms, not on autopilot, not in reaction to the world, but as the deliberate architect of your own reality. Philosophically, there's something almost poetic about it. Life, in its raw form, is a series of moments, and most people let their best moments slip away while they sleep. The early morning is a liminal space, a threshold between rest and action. Those who step through it intentionally are the ones who understand the subtle truth. Greatness is not an accident. It is created, hour by hour, choice by choice, In moments when no one is watching, you can choose to be ordinary, to blend into the rhythm of the masses, to let your life be dictated by habit and comfort, or you can rise, literally and figuratively, and claim the first hours of the day as yours. That choice will define everything that comes after. And consider this: the early morning is also a mirror. It reflects who you really are and who you want to become. If you cannot rise early, if you cannot take ownership of the day before the world begins to demand your attention, how can you take ownership of your goals, your health, your relationships, or your ambitions? Rising early is not about vanity or discipline alone. It is about alignment. It is about showing up for the person you are becoming, the life you are capable of living, and the legacy you are capable of leaving. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't reach for the snooze button. Don't justify another hour of rest. Instead, step into the silence, step into the stillness, and step into the power that has been waiting for you all along. The morning is yours, but it will not wait forever. Those who seize it shape their lives. Those who do not watch life pass by, wondering why they are still stuck where they are. Remember this: the early morning is not just time, it is potential. It is a weapon. It is the edge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Claim it, and you claim the life you were meant to live. Most people wake up in the morning and reach for excuses before they even reach for action. They tell themselves they need more sleep. They justify another hour of comfort. They say, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I need to feel motivated first." And every time they do, they hand over control of their life to chance, to circumstance, to the world outside. That's the harsh reality. Comfort and excuses are the enemy of potential. You do not grow in comfort. You do not achieve greatness while waiting for motivation to appear like a gift from the universe. Growth is forged in the deliberate choice to act, even when you don't feel like it. It's forged when you rise before your mind convinces you to stay down. Waking up early is not about the clock. It's not about discipline alone. It's about ownership. Ownership of your time, ownership of your life, ownership of your future. Every time you hit snooze, you are choosing to surrender a piece of your power. You are telling yourself that comfort is more important than progress, that fleeting pleasure outweighs long-term achievement, and the consequences of this decision compound in ways most people never see. One day becomes two days become a habit becomes a lifestyle, and before you know it, you are living a life you never intended, shaped by inertia and habit rather than vision and action. Here's what most people don't understand: motivation will not save you. Motivation is fleeting. It's fragile. It comes and goes like the wind. And if you depend on it, you will always be at the mercy of your feelings. Discipline, on the other hand, is a decision. Discipline is a promise you make to yourself, and it begins the moment you choose to act, no matter how inconvenient it feels. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when the alarm screams, even when your body protests, even when your mind floods you with excuses. And here's the truth: that one choice, the choice to act when you don't feel like it, is what separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. That one choice is what creates momentum that no motivation alone could ever produce. Psychologically, there is a profound shift that occurs when you stop giving in to excuses. Your mind stops asking, "Do I feel like it?" and starts asking, "What must I do?" Your brain rewires itself to prioritize action over comfort, progress over pleasure, responsibility over avoidance. This is not theory. Neuroscience confirms it. Habits shape the architecture of your mind. When you rise early and act with intention, you are literally building a foundation for focus, productivity, and achievement. You are telling yourself that you are serious about your goals, that your dreams are non-negotiable, that you are willing to endure discomfort today for success tomorrow. That is the essence of ownership. That is the essence of taking control of your life. Philosophically, there is something almost sacred about this act. To rise early and claim your day is to step into your potential before anyone else can interfere. It is to refuse the role of passive observer and insist on being the active participant, the architect, the force that shapes reality rather than being shaped by it. Every excuse you resist, every moment you act despite resistance is a declaration. It is a declaration that you will not be ordinary, that you will not settle for mediocrity, that you are unwilling to allow life to drift past you while you remain passive. And in the quiet of the morning, when the world is still asleep, that declaration is at its strongest. It is pure, unbroken, unstoppable. Consider the cumulative effect of this choice over time. 1 hour claimed in the morning turns into clarity, energy, and focus for the entire day. One decision to act despite discomfort leads to another, and another, until a life of intention becomes inevitable. Habits compound, and the person you were yesterday is replaced by the person you are building today, the person who refuses excuses,